evening, Sunday evening. It's a little chill outside, but it's all good in the neighborhood. A little back. There you go. Anyways, first live video doing on YouTube in 2026. Been live on my other platforms. If you haven't checked them out, check out Larry's Anything Goes LLC one on TikTok. Larry's Anything Goes LLC on good old Instagram and all that good stuff. I'm out in my backyard, so you're gonna hear noise. It is what it is. So, anyways, so I'm not gonna be on here that long because I got stuff to do. But if you haven't heard, like I said, with the channel, I'm gonna be changing things up in regards to the content that I post. Most likely, I won't do the word of the day every day like I used to, because I think there's but so many words in the world and but so many quotes in the world, and this is definitely not the year of doing too much talking. It's the year of doing more work and more action. So, and because my channel's been demonetized, there's just no point of trying to kill myself over making content like that. I love, but at this point, I just do it out of love and passion. So if there's any reason for me to do it outside of that, if there's an incentive later on, maybe I'll try to get monetized later with YouTube. Shout out to the subscribers and people who like the videos and comment on the videos. Usually only comments I respond to are the positive ones. So it's not like my channel's gotten to the point where it's so many comments that I can't respond. So it's usually I get a couple comments a month if I'm lucky, and nothing but love and praises to everybody that shows me love on a regular basis. Because in these YouTube streets, you usually go viral if you're on some negative nonsense. So like I said, I'm in my backyard, so you're gonna hear noises from other people outside because this is a residential neighborhood. But anyways, long story short, about to be 43 in a couple of days, less than 10 days. Shout out to the Capricorns. We're different because we're supposed to be, and we are people that don't. We are the no nonsense um, signs that are out there, and we're straight to the point when it comes to the zodiac signs. So nothing but love and respect to the Capricorns out there, and every other zodiac sign. It's no shade or hate towards anybody, but spread some love this year, next year, and for the rest of your life. Nothing like some good cleansing tea. Get all like once a week. Got to get the toxins out of your system. It's like I think everybody should have once a week where they go all out of their way to get all the toxins out of their mind and whatnot. So hold on a second. My bad. Saw something that looked out of place. But yeah, I think we all need that once a week to get the toxins out of our mind, so that we can clear ourselves and we can get back to our grind and put as many healthy things into our mental as we can put into our body and whatnot. Like that's one thing I could say about 2025. I did a good job of ensuring that I um, got more healthier, lost more weight, and definitely, I always work out, but definitely take working out much more seriously, trying different things, and not just doing the same old routine. Because one of my biggest problem is I always say the comfort zone is the death sentence, and one of the biggest problems that I always fall into is being in the comfort zone. Excuse me. I mean, not comfort zone, but in the zone of always doing the same thing over and over with my routine when it comes to my life, my daily. I get, some people that get up, they pray. Me, I get up, I stretch, I drink some water. Um, get myself together, take my dog out, go to work. That's my daily. Come home, take care of my dog, and go to the gym. Make content. Um, so they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. So I'm in the mood of changing my routine up right now. I'm in the mood of of doing something different and implementing different things and major changes on the horizon. And I keep saying, yeah, feelings are going to get hurt in 2026 because I'm kind of approaching life like a Dave Chappelle. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. That special was awesome that he did in the DC here in the DMV area. But I'm kind of coming at it, things, life in general, from a hey, this is what you see is what you get. I'm the real article. You like it, you don't like it. I really don't care. People say it's confidence. I just said no. I just my life. I always said my life got better when I stopped caring what people had to think or say about my life. Because if you don't pay any bills, your opinion is irrelevant. There's a reason why a small business will listen to the customers before they listen to somebody else because the customers are the ones that are keeping that small business afloat. So they'll fire a bad employee that's rude and disrespectful to the customers because they're like, hey, you're messing with our bread and butter here. You got to go. Yeah, you went from an asset to a liability. And I always said you got to get rid of the liabilities in your life unless that liability has a great potential to turn into an asset. You know what I'm saying? But that's a personal choice. I can't make that choice for you. You got to do it for yourself and go from there. But at the end of the day, um, I get up, I get to work, I read my books, I do some working out, just ready to really change up the regimen and the routine. Places I usually go, LA, Houston, those are the majority of the places I always go to. I always try to go to one different place every year. Like last year, I went to New Orleans for the first time, and I was supposed to go to London, UK for the first time. This year, I'm definitely going to London, UK, because my whole thing is more international travel. Earlier, I made a video about travel tips, credit tips, things of that nature. I wasn't giving out credit advice, wasn't even giving out travel advice. I was just saying this is what I do, this is what works for me, and go from there. But the real evolution of anybody's life on any level, it really boils down to: are you willing to not only make changes, but are you willing to do things differently? Are you willing to kill the well, not necessarily kill the routine. Are you willing to change up the routine of your day to day life? Are you willing to get around different people that will challenge you physically, that will challenge you mentally? You know, are you willing to do that? I can't answer these questions, only you can. That's where I'm at. I'm willing to do those things more and get outside of the comfort zone more because, being stuck in a routine can get boring and being around the same people. It's like the picture that's on this live video saying if you can't build with them, don't chill with them. That's some real stuff, you know. There's one friendship that I regret, but then I kind of don't regret breaking off and killing and whatnot because I don't know. Keep saying the word killing. There's one friendship that I don't regret saying goodbye to. Is because the person grew and had great potential and whatnot, but because the person was such a, let's just go with jerk, for a lack of a better word, I didn't want that energy around me. And at this stage of my life, I still don't want that energy around me unless it's financially beneficial, and that it needs to be an immediate or potential having the chance of being financially beneficial. Because hey, people getting married and have kids by people all the time. This is men and women by people they despise, but they know it's a big payday. Case in point, Diddy. People had kids by this guy known the kind of piece of being an interesting person. I'll just say that because they knew they wanted the bag, they wanted access to the money. I mean, just having a conversation with my friend on today, like, hey, you could be the ugliest person on the planet, you could be the shortest person on the planet, the nastiest person on the planet, but if you got that bag, then people will stick onto you like a Walmart shirt hang tag. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. But me myself personally, I have enough principles to the point where I'm like, hey, I don't want to be around certain energy. I'm not feeling certain nonsense. And one thing, and this is just a self evaluation, I know I need to work on is my tone when somebody's irritating me. In a sense, I kind of have I'm not as loud as Damon Dash is, but I have my Damon Dash moments when people getting on my nerves. Like Damon Dash, shout out to him. He's always talking about, when he was in the streets, he put his hands on people. When he went to the corporate boardroom, he would scream on people because he said it was better than putting his hands on people. Because he's like, hey, this is another level. I can't come at things in a violent manner on a regular basis. This is my level of evolution and whatnot. For me, my level of evolution is just doing different things. going to new places, take in way more adventures. It's just like there's so many things I haven't done, simple things that I really want to get done, and I'm going to get done. It's like, when it boils down to a lot of things, but financially building is always at the top of that list. Learning something new was always at the top of that list, but going on more adventures like a safari ride, water skiing, possibly even skydiving, just more adventurous stuff, just doing something different outside of the norm. That's another great way to break my comfort zone. And then it's a great way for me to meet new people as well. Because I think that's with all this technology, the biggest downside is that it can help you meet people, but it can help you not meet people. So you just you gotta take it. You just gotta take it how you can. You know what I mean? It's like as DMX would say, rest in peace to him. Take it how you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? So. And me being introverted, one of the biggest problems is always me trying to meet decent people. Most of my circle doesn't even reside in the DMV anymore. They reside in Atlanta now. They reside in Houston, Texas. They reside in Los Angeles now. Shout out to LA. I'll be there this week for celebrating my birthday, turning the big 43. But at the end of the day, and because I'm about to end this video off because I got stuff to do, but the proof is in the thumbnail. If you can't build with them, don't chill with them. And it's not even just about money. If you can't learn something new, get healthier with other people. More and more people doing that self-evaluation of, trying to eat better and consume better products in order to ensure that they live a healthier and more productive life. Learning something, um, engagement on so many different levels. There's so many ways that you can elevate in this life, but if you're surrounded by the wrong people that are still talking about things that happened 10 to 15 years ago, that's kind of a sad life. Like one of my friends loved him to death, but we always talking about what happened in the old days, and I'm like, man, forget the old days. What are we doing today and what are we doing tomorrow, man? It's cool to reminisce on back in 10, 20 years ago, man, but I don't want to make that my everything. You know what I'm saying? But either way, um, this is officially the first full week of 2026. And I don't have New Year's resolutions. I have New Year goals, um, and they're slowly but surely going to happen. So because full transparency, there's a lot of disappointment in 2025 for me, a lot of disappointment, and like I said, I was not really feeling. Um, that's my neighbor's dog. I wasn't really feeling how 2025 ended, but I'm in a sense feeling how 2026 is starting. So and so I mean, that's really it. To the young people out there, get away from losers. I don't care how cool they seem. To young people out there, if you got to, I know a lot of young people are practicing because I see more young people at the gym now than I ever have before. You like to work out, you like to eat right, get the toxins out of your system, do this great thing in a sense. Practice celibacy because chasing skirts takes a lot of time away from putting in serious work. I say that much. Chasing skirts takes a lot of time for putting in serious work. And in 2025, I've definitely learned that it's just time to work, work, work. Enough playing, enough doom scrolling on social media. That is just becoming a dead thing on a regular basis. So I'll leave it at that. And if I look like I'm miserable because it's cold out this mother sucker, it's cold out. It's starting to get cold out here. That's why I'm glad that it now because the sun's about to go down. So that's why I was like, let me do this now because I like to at least do this. The goal is at least do a video live on my YouTube via my cell phone in my backyard once a month. So just to change the scenery of doing it from my home office and whatnot. So that's my mindset. But either way, hopefully everybody has a good day, good evening, a good start off to the week. Nothing but positivity. And another thing, who cares what celebrities have to say, unless it's positive or talking about how they can, make money. The one thing I like about, or some sort of investments, the one thing I like about InvestFest, shout out to UL University, is that they're bringing celebrities to the event to talk about business and investments. Everybody wants to get an uproar about Nicki Minaj because that's the newest thing. I know one time it was Snoop Dogg, um, Kanye. Listen, celebrities, for lack of a better word, are attention whores. And politics, I don't care what side you are on, because I think both sides are full of it. But at the end of the day, politics is a rich person's sport, and I laugh at everyday regular working people thinking that it's a sport that you're basically like a fan. You're not a football player. Okay, shout out to the NFL because you're in playoff season now. Football fans, I'm using this as an analogy. I'm not knocking football fans because I don't watch sports, but football fans aren't in the game. They're on the sidelines cheering for their team. They're wearing their team's jersey, but for the most part, unless they play some sports bets online and whatnot, they're not making any money, and it's something fun. It's the same thing when it comes to what these celebrities have to say. It's the same thing when it comes to these politicians, all politicians on all sides. Moral of the story is, who cares what Nicki Minaj has to say? You're not making any money off of what she has to say. She's chasing the bag. Who cares what Kanye West has to say? Who cares what Snoop Dogg has to say? Who cares what any celebrity has to say? They're all chasing the bag, whether they're on the left and whether they're on the right. I've been meaning to say this for the longest time. Okay, but it's funny that how everybody can get an uproar over a celebrity, but they don't want to get an uproar how they can increase their stock portfolio, crypto portfolio, increase their income, increase their value, increase leverage and whatnot. Nobody wants to get in an argument over that. Everybody wants to get an argument over what I like to call the great distraction. And anything that's happening that has nothing to do with your health and your wealth is a great distraction. All right. I'm gonna say that one more time. Anything that doesn't have anything to involve with increasing your income, increasing your value, increasing your health, you know, is a great distraction. So if you want to be on social media and be distracted by things that don't have anything to do with that, then that's fine. You're being distracted by pure D entertainment. I watched the pop the balloon thing because it's something for me, mindless for me to watch that's entertaining. I don't take it seriously. So stop taking anything else that doesn't have anything to do with improving your health and your wealth seriously. So, anyways, that's all I got on that one. Hopefully, everybody has a great evening. I'm about to go and do my meal prep and get ready for the week. Do the great thiefy things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Make money moves or get a little bit like fools in Spanish. Bienvenido a la vida. Welcome to the life.